Underground music, riding in the years, not used. Tighten up, you'll lose. I approve. I bet I step in the proof. Straight underground, make all you haters get down. You understand what I'm saying?
I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. Hey, I met this girl the other night. She said she wanted me and be a money wife. Respectfully declined because I said I got a wife. She said she wanted man, her best friend is known around the way. I started hearing about her type. Always with the ball players, that's the one she likes. She got it done, and I guess they look alright. They call her princess, but she down in every. In and out of DMs, tryna be a rapper. She won't get the W, I skirt up when I see him. I know it's gonna get worse when I start doing Coliseums. Gonna be, I just call it how I see him. Let me clarify, I ain't talking about all women. Some just wanna settle down and have a couple cheering. For all my rapper homies, just be careful while you touring. You need a pretty girl, but her intentions ain't the purest. I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list.
Hey, second phone buzzing, just delete the other number, yeah. Cruising at 103 till I seen them Tina with the record. She was peeking out the cover. She said, Gigi, wait, you grew up down the street, my uncles up her brothers. I said, jumping back, and lit, you at. She was just running, Emmett Smith, running back. She had to make it, rubbing and just caught up. Then she got me playing Daryl, painting nails, calling me Sonic the Hedgehog, the way I be chasing. You know she got them
Brands of the bed.
I'm in Miami, so knowing the
Bands of Denzel.
I called her door back with a 50, she wanted the. She said, who? About to make me cancel this L. She said, hood is on, but she in a condo that her buddy own. Payment good, if she good is gone, boy, you should've known. Calling me up on 50 phones for the knowledge. Never let them keep me on my tippy toes.
I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list.
There's a girl in my backyard. I can run fast but won't get far. My mom thinks that I'm an animal. I'm just looking for the antidote. There's a British girl on my TV screen. She's so hot, she's so mean. Burn my body like it's flammable. Girl, I'm still a fan of you. Your sensation, my fixation. Your sensation is my fixation.
Say don't play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip. Know that you like all the attention that a fan gives. Say that you like me, but you way too young for marriage. I've been here before, I know exactly how it goes. Yeah, now I got you packing up your clothes. You can hit me up and let me know exactly when you close. I'm her favorite, says she need a. She wanna all day.
Your sensation, my fixation. Your sensation
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Where the road to immortality begins for most teams, we're underway for Wild Card Weekend. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready?
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. The lateral goes haywire. Fumble. And the Commanders pick this one up. Well, this one's certainly off to an exciting start, partner. Hopefully this is the type of energy we're going to see the whole way today.
Defensive coaches, Kate, love to say, steal a possession, find a way to steal a possession. Well, they stole it on the very first play, and now put their offense in the driver's seat.
They'll throw first play here with Daniels. Hits him on the in route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one hits for 30. And the Commanders will have a first.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Trying again, following the sack. Hits his running back. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. So our first score of the game here is they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Completes, it's Bijan Robinson. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. First time this game they've looked to him. 4th down coming up. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Commanders will go on offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Daniels on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, It can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. That goes for 36 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Play made there by Clark Phillips. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him. Pushing for the end zone. And he lost the football. It's not loose. And they pick it up. Still got a chance at a touchdown. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate, where they put the...
And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. But, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
The Falcons getting close, and they take him down. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Daniels, 3rd and goal. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders drive out to an early 14-0 lead. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's going to field this in the end zone without a return, so they'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. And it sets up 2nd down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And it's a nice game, but they needed just 1 more yard to move the chains. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Come on, set. Ready.
They're going for this. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Commanders pick this one up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Oh, this is tough. Don't let it be low. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. To throw here on 1st down. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They are throwing it again. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And he's brought down for a loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason.
Commanders 14.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Oh my, low kick and short. He completely mishit this one. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He lets one fly deep down. That's complete inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 20-zip lead. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21.
Commanders 21, Falcons nothing.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Go!
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Go! Bronco 80. Ready?
Pass play now. That one's complete to London. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Let's go. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Hut, hut.
Here's a throw. He throws a bullet to the center. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play.
Warrior 70. Get up.
To throw it on 1st down. On the move, headed right. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
19 tight.
From the 19. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready up.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
18 right here. Let's go now.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Blown back gets the handoff. He breaks the tackle. Arrives at the 40. Inside the 20. Powering across for the touchdown. The Commanders make it a 3-possession game. For the point after, here's Aubrey. That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Returning it from the 4. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Got it, man. Robinson has it. He picks up 28 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, sometimes when you get outside that pocket and your body weight gets going laterally, that ball will sail on you. I mean, that's a tough connection to make even under the best of circumstances.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a 1st. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. It's the Falcons with a 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. He's on the move. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. Forced out to his right. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Let's go. Come 19. Come 19. Check go.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Chased out to his right. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The Falcons calling the field goal team's number this time. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the deficit goes from 20 to 17.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Starting at the 10. He's got a lane up past the 30. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders boat racing them to the halftime locker room. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders make it a 24-point ball game. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. He beams one deep right side. He's got it inside the 25. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons chop some of the lead off before the half. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call, catch, and sleeping to start that drive.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Has this at the 6. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Reaches the 30. And he is gone. Touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Return coming from the 6. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To the air now on 1st and 10. Finds a seam down the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Play action on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw intended for Drake London. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And the defender comes away with it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. I don't know know about you, Brock, but I could almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, 30, 40 yards into his return. Then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Back to the air following the pick 6. He's looking deep once again. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked by Derek Forrest. And the Commanders might be able to get some points late after the interception.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 38. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go, Shaq.
Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before halftime. And he's going down. They said no to that shorter field goal, partner. Rolled the dice for more, and they're going to end this first half empty-handed as a result.
Falcons 17.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27.
You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said.